In case you haven't seen it, this review contains spoilers, so watch out for that. It looks like things are really ramping up to a couple of big confrontations. Jon Snow received what fans of the books call the Pink Letter, ostensibly from Ramsay, goading him into a confrontation. In the books, there's some question as to who wrote the letter. Ramsay's name was on it, but some speculated that it may have been written by one of the wildlings or someone else who wanted Jon Snow to try to retake Winterfell. In the show, though, it seems pretty unambiguously to have come from Ramsay. Jon Snow, prudently, is reluctant to attack, but this letter makes it very difficult for him to avoid a fight. He's still very trepidatious about confronting the Boltons, but it's only a matter of time before Littlefinger sends word to Sansa that he's secured the help of the Vale. Once he knows about that, I think he'll rise to the occasion. The folks from the Vale might be reluctant to cooperate with the wildlings, but I'm sure Sansa and Littlefinger will be able to keep them in line. It's always an interesting question as to how Littlefinger will turn this to his personal advantage. What he's doing is clearly in the interest of Westeros in general, but his long-term plans are to get himself on the Iron Throne, and it's not obvious how he's going to get there from here. He's got the Vale in his pocket, and if Jon and Sansa can retake Winterfell, he'll have influence over the North. Once that is achieved, I guess he'll try to steer things in the direction of a confrontation with the Lannisters. The Lannisters have to regain control of King's Landing, though. It's clear that Cersei is trying to steer things in the direction of a trial by combat, and choosing Robert Strong to fight on her behalf. But what will she be tried for? Or will Marjorie be tried, and Cersei will have Robert Strong fight on Marjorie's behalf? Either way, whatever military forces the Tyrells have will probably be called into King's Landing to fight the Faith Militant. Cersei put the Faith Militant in power, and they turned against her. And now she's trying to get the Tyrells to bring their forces in, and then they will likely turn against her as well. Apparently, Cersei never learns. Things have really come full circle for Daenerys. She married a Dothraki to get control of Dothraki soldiers, and that seemed to slip from her grasp, but she's managed to finally get them under her boots. I was a little worried that Drogon was going to show up and kill her Dothraki captors, because that would have been a little too convenient. Since Emilia Clarke has a clause in her contract that says she doesn't have to do any more nude scenes, I thought it was unlikely that we saw her actual body this time. A lot of folks think she had a body double, but getting a body double that matched her actual body would be difficult. So I suspected that her body was entirely CG. However, she has since said that it was actually her. So Daenerys' first order of business will be to return to Meereen to get her dragons, take on the slavers again, and then presumably return to Westeros. Also, Brienne should totally go for Tormund.